21st of February, Rabbi Levitt, Gemora.
They were on. Oh, they'll lose back.
Okay, so yesterday, we got up to what we did yesterday is that we brought the kasha that Reb Amram posed to Rabbah in this din here of Kfiras Mammon and an obligation to bring a korban for swearing falsely. So according to Reb Amram, he's bringing a brisa. He brought a brisa, Reb Amram. In other words, what the thing was like this. Let's just review it. What did Rabbah say and what did Reb Amram say? Rabbah said that that in this case of where the plaintiff says you stole my shore, and the defendant denies that, and he says, "Oh, I was your shomer. I borrowed it from you." So in that case, even where he swears to that lie, and admits later on that he was in fact the Goslin, according to Rabbah, he will have to pay for the he'll have to pay the chumash, and he'll also have to bring the korban for Usher for swearing falsely. And because why? Because even though nothing happened to the animal, and his lie and his false shua didn't really end up being a actual denial of Mammon, fierce Mammon, but since it could have happened that the animal would have been lost or stolen, and then in that case his lie of being the shomer would have exempted him. So therefore, Rabbah says that he's going to be chayav to pay an asham and bring pay chumash and bring korban asham. And on that, Rav Amram brought from a brisa from the Tanoim, not like that. That that he has to make a total denial of the claim of the plaintiff and not admit at all to anything that he says and swear to that. And like that, he's going to be chayav to pay for a korban, to bring a korban and pay the chumash. But otherwise, if he's moda b'ikr, if he is basically an admission that the animal belongs to the plaintiff, it's just that he's denying that he was a goslin. He's saying that, on the contrary, that he was a shomer, or he borrowed it, he gave it to him to watch, whatever. Then, but he's admitting that it belongs to the plaintiff. Then, in that case, the Brisa says that he is putter from the korban, not like Rabbah. So that's where we got up to yesterday. We read the answer. We read the response of Rabbah. Well, let's read the response of Rabbah again and try to understand what his response is. So we're starting off with Amalei Tedura. You want to know where that is on the page? It's the first. It's the first words on the line. The line starts off with Amalei Tedura. It's in the wide lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines down from where the wide lines begin. And somebody will say where that is in the art scroll.
No, it's the 105B2 on the left side, second column. Rabba's reply.
Rabba's reply. Okay, what does Rabba reply over here? We go to Roy to tell us, please. Oh, we can't hear you, Roy. I think you're muted.
All right, sorry. In my Gemara, I've got Omare in abbreviations.
Yeah.
Are you on 105B2? 105B2, there's no abbreviation there.
Yeah. Right, Omale, he said to...
It just says Aleph Lamed, in other words.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have also in my Gemara.
Okay. He said to Rav Amram, Tadura, scatterbrain. Tinya, when was it? When was that bracer taught? The Kamele Halach. It is in reference to the case where the defendant, upon admitting to owing the principal, immediately returns it to the claimant, puts in art scroll, and says to him, "Here, it is yours." He kamana, but when did I say that he's liable to the ashram for his false oath? Dekema ba'agam. It's in regard to the case where the animal is standing in a swamp and it isn't being returned at this time.
Okay. So according to what Rab was saying, the brisa is not a kasha on him. He's saying the brisa is talking about one case, and he was talking about a different scenario. So he agrees that the brisa, in that case, there won't be any chiyuv of the korban asham. But he says he's talking about, and in that case that he's talking about, there will be a chiyuv of the gazlan to bring korban asham. Let's take a look at Rashi, how Rashi explains the difference between these two cases.
Okay, well, first, let me get, okay, first the word Tedora, he's saying means ein lev. You don't have there's no heart in this. That's what he's saying.
Right, it's interesting because in the Chazal we find that the intelligence they refer to his intelligence in the heart. So he's saying ein lev, meaning we would say in terms of the art scroll translated, there's something wrong with your brain, Rav Amram. And like the other day from the art scroll, why was he so strong in his rebuke of Rav Amram? Because he was Rav Amram's teacher, and that's the way the teachers used to do, I guess. If they would do that today, they would call the police on him. But that's another story. Anyway, so the next Rashi, so he says that case that you're quoting me from the Brisa, that was talking about a case of Halach. So what's Halach?
Halach isn't to say Elu Miganev, that you stole the it's in front of you, Kai v'shekelo. Go and take it. You know, he says, go. The halach is you can go. Take it from me.
Okay, uh, this is something that we need to analyze over here. Rashi is saying that like you said from the art scroll, the way they explain the Halach, and Rashi here too in the end of his words. The Rashi is saying that the hakamei koi, it's the animal is standing before them right there, b'shakule, and he can give it to him, and so therefore said Rashi, ilu mignev, if it would have been stolen, so then his Pharaoh would have his claim that he was a shomer, it would have exempted him from liability. There's no possibility that the animal's going to get stolen. It's right here. It's right here. So what I want to talk about over here is when is it that the animal, that we're saying that the animal is right here and he's giving it to him? Are we talking here about at the time that he swore falsely, or are we talking about the time of the admission that the animal is right there and he's saying, hey, look, here it is, here, take it? Any thoughts? It would seem to be that we're saying that he's saying here it is, take it, at the time that he's admitting that he was a Goslin. He's saying I admit that I was a Goslin. I admit that I denied falsely and swore falsely that I was that I was not a Goslin and I was simply a shomer. You gave it to me to watch, and now I'm admitting that I didn't tell the truth, and here it is. But I don't understand if that's the case, that he's just saying Halach at the time of the Hodah. But the whole I understood before that what Rav was saying when he was saying the guy is the Gazla is being kofar woman is because at the time of his denial and at the time of his swearing falsely, according to that which he swore falsely, between that time and the time that he comes back and admits that he lied, the animal could have been stolen. And based upon the lie that he said and the false shua that he made that he was a shomer, he would have been exempt. So until he comes back and admits, he's exempting himself. And if in fact the animal would have been stolen, so the best has accepted the claim that he made and the shua that he made that he's a shomer, and so as accordingly he would be exempt. So that's the clear response. So what does it help that at the time that he says here I admit to you that I made a false oath and I denied denied falsely, and he gives it to him then. But I don't quite understand the how the case works. Where is he? Okay, then we go on to what Rabbi answered, and he says Kikamina. And when I said that this Goslin is going to be chayiv for a korban, that's when it was kind of ba'agam. That's when the animal was standing in the swamp over there, out in the out by the water hole. So in that case, the animal's not in a guarded situation. Anybody could go and take the animal. This defendant is not guarding the animal at that point. Somebody can take it, and like that, that's the case where Rabbi said there's going to be liability because his fear was a fear of moment. I'm just wondering when the Gemora is saying the two cases are that when he's in the swamp and when the animal is out not being watched and not in a protected area, as opposed to he's right here and you can take it. When is that referring? Oh, okay. The Levitt, and with what the Levitt says like this. Amnam Levitt kosov she'ein sorech she'tiyeh hagezela munachas lefanav. We don't need really to say that the animal is in a case of where it's right there standing in front of him, and he could just take it. The plaintiff. We're right. He's not out in the public swamp area, in the water hole over there, and anybody can take him. In that case, also the Rabbi says it would be a din like what the Gemora says halach. But the Rabbi's words was that when the he nimses b'shas ahodah, if the animal was found in the Goslin's house at the time that the Goslin made an admission in regard to his false oath and denial. So it seems like the Rabbi is understanding, not like I would understand it, but that it's but we're talking about at the time of the admission. We're saying this at this point the animal is in a guarded area, and he continues, Kevin she'ein kol kach hashash, should know being a time, since there's not such a chance of a concern that the animal is going to be snatched away from the protected, sheltered place that it is in the Goslin's house. Rak im hi bunachas b'shas hodah. But Adam, and he's not, and it would only be a concern if he was in a public water hole in an area like that. Ain't a halach. That's not a case that's comparable to the case of halach. Should take note in a time because there is a significant concern that in an interim he's going to get stolen the animal. So now when it says in the interim that he's going to get stolen, which interim are we talking about? He's saying that the admission is being made at the time of the hodah. So in other words, between the time of the hodah and the time that the plaintiff is going to get the animal returned to him, in that interim period, the animal is, since it's not in a safe place, it could get stolen, and in that case, it would amount to a kfiris moment. So the kfiris moment would seem to be not, according to the writer, it's not a potential, that there was a potential, could have been stolen from the time of the false oath until the time that the Goslin makes his admission. But we're talking about from the time that he makes his admission until the animal is returned to the owner, that something could happen to him at that point. And if something could happen to him at that point, so then then Rabbi admits that in such a case, he would be, his admission, he's going to have Korban Ashim. Okay. Okay, now we're going to go further in the Gemora. Ata machartoi li. Here is what I was talking about yesterday that we read from Rashi. Also, the Gemora is going to ask the question over here that the Brisa itself that Rav Amram brought seems to have some cases that are not really cases of being moda be'ikr, where the defendant is admitting that the animal does belong to the plaintiff. Okay, Lou, would you like to read? Roy, you can read, please.
Ato Mechata Lee. In the case where the defendant replies, "You sold it to me." May Madeh Ika. What admission to the basic operation is there? What admission is there? The Gemara answers, La Tzaricha. The Brisa of necessity refers only to a case, Damar Le, where the defendant said to the plaintiff, Lo nosati, lo demi shekil teroth v'zil. I did not give you the purchase money, therefore take back your ox and go. So that's the robber. He says, did not give you the purchase money, therefore take back your oxen and go. He's sidestepping.
Oh, so in other words, the Gemara is saying that the words atamachartoli, we're not taking those words exactly as they sound, it would appear. Because those words sound like he's saying, you asked me what's the animal doing in my backyard? I'll tell you, you sold it to me. That doesn't sound like that he's admitting to the main thrust of the claim of the plaintiff, that this is the plaintiff's animal. So why would that case be a case of being moda be'ikr? Moda be'ikr means that he's admitting that the animal belongs to the plaintiff. So on that, the Gemara says, "Lo tzricha." No, we need to. In other words, lo. No, that's not what the. Don't read the words of the Brisa in that way. Tzricha, we need to read them in the following way: the Amalei, that the Goslin said to the plaintiff as follows. Lo nasati lecha demei. True, I didn't pay you any money for it. But in any case, here, just take your animal. So so in other words,
And he's saying, take back your ox and go.
yeah. So so in other words, what do we see? We see that he wasn't saying you sold it to me and it belongs to me and I'm not giving it back to you. He was saying that, oh yeah, I mean, we made a deal that you were going to sell it to me, but it's true, I didn't really give you the money for it. You know, in the meantime, I don't really have the money. Listen, just take the animal and that'll be that. So if you learn that that's what the case is, then we understand that he's moda be'ikr. He's moda, the defendant, that the animal belongs to the plaintiff. Is there any Rashi? No, not yet. Okay. We'll go to the next case. Now Gemora is going to ask on some of the other cases that the Brisa mentions, which also do not seem to be moda be'ikr. Since I don't think we have any Rashis on this either. So Phil, if you want, could you read the Gemora here now?
Okay, let me just see where we are in the Gemara. I see in the article. I'm trying to find the Gemara. Okay. We're up to Atona Tatili. You gave it to me?
Yes.
You gave it to me. Avicha Natati, or your father gave it to me. My moda ikir. What kind of admission is there in this? Why is there an admission in this?
Right. These were cases that were listed in the Brisa. That's what these are further examples of cases in the Brisa of what the defendant said, and the Brisa is saying that these are cases of that he's moda be'ikr. So Gemora is asking, where is there moda be'ikr in these claims? These claims don't sound like they're moda be'ikr. The guy's saying, oh, you gave it to me, like you gave it to me to keep, that it's mine. Or Abisla Nasnali, or your father gave it to me to keep, that it's mine. So he's not admitting that it belongs to the plaintiff. So that's the Gemara's question. My moda be'ikr ikka. Where in these words lies a admission that the animal belongs to the plaintiff who's claiming his animal? So you want to continue, Phil, with the Gemara? The Amalei.
The Amalei. So he would say to him, Almanas, I gave it on a condition that the ina loch, that you're going to do, that I would do something for you. Now, nich nayich, something that you're going to like. The lahadurali, that will be the hichanafshi, something that's you're going, not the nafshi, that you're going to like. Okay. The low avila, and I didn't do it. So now, lech shekel torah, go back and take your the zeal. Go now, take your thing, take your ox back and go.
Right. So the Gemara is basically adding additional facts to the case, and like that, it's coming out that that it amounts to a motive ikr, because he's saying that the animal was given to me on condition, al manas. What was the condition that it was being given to me on? Al manas, abidna lach denafsha. It was given to me on condition that I do for you something that that you'll be pleased and satisfied with. But at the end of the day, I didn't manage to do that. I didn't manage to do that favor for you. So you know what? Shkil Torah. So since that was the deal, I'm going to give you the animal back because I didn't do the condition that you put on the acceptance of the animal. In other words, the giving of the animal was an inducement to the. I mean, the Gazlan is making this all up, right? You understand? He was because in the end of the day, he's going to admit that he was a Gazlan, right? He's just trying to get out of the shame of it. He's trying to deny that he was a Gazlan, but somehow explain why it is that he has the animal in his backyard. So what's his story? His story is that yes, you gave me the animal, and that was an inducement that I should do a certain thing for you that you wanted to have done. It doesn't mean that I was going to do something with the animal that you would like, but I was giving you sort of like a present, but the present was really sort of like an inducement for you that I should do a certain thing for you that you were seeking me to do. That would be a good thing for you, a favor, a certain favor, but I never did it. So therefore the animal belongs to you. It goes.
Don't hear you.
You're muted.
Oh, how did that happen?
No.
Okay. Very good. Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so now we go to the now we got a next case. See, the Gemora seems to be going through all these cases that are listed in the Bryce over there, and analyzing to see if we really have a motive ikr case in the words. So the next case is Toa B'derech Matzosiv. We go back to Roy, please.
Okay, so Ta'eh B'derech B'Sotir, where the defendant replies, I found it wandering on the road, and he brought it into his house. What sort of excuse is this for having the ox in his possession? Lima Ibai Lach Le'aduri Li. So let the plaintiff say to him, you should have returned it to me. The Gemara answers, Umar Abiyah Shmuel's father said, but Umar Sheva Matzai Siti. The Bryce refers to a case where the defendant replies, I swear that I found a lost article. Below Chaisi Yodea Shahi Shalich Chivit Lach. and I did not know that it was yours, so I should return it to you. I didn't know it was yours.
So he's explaining to Goslin why he didn't do what the plaintiff claimed he should have done. Plaintiff is claiming, the Gemora is saying the plaintiff could claim, you should have returned the animal to me. And what's that implication all about? And since that is so, the fact that you didn't do that, but you brought it into your own backyard, that amounts to an act of gezo, and you really are Goslin. You're not well, you really are Goslin.
So the Rashi, then we'll stop with finish the Rashi, and then it's a little late. You needed to be able to, you needed to return it basically. And it says, Kushamatsato, low, when it's kind of like you found it, lo you shouldn't you shouldn't have brought it into your house. Shahari Maker, that you knew it. Hayiti Bo the God of Gadol, and there's no greater God of than this. Saying that hey, you knew it wasn't yours, so why'd you take it?
Oh.
You needed to return.
You knew that who it belonged to. It sounds like Rashi's saying. Makir. You knew about this animal that it wasn't yours, and furthermore, sounds like Rashi's saying you knew that it belonged to me. And kept it, but you kept it for yourself. That's a ganav. In other words, there's no, we don't. He's a ganav. He's basically saying that he's a ganav. Okay. Very good. All the best, Bill. Oh yeah. Bye, Roy. Bye, Lou. Bye, Alan.
Thank you very much. See you. See you, Meshishem, tomorrow.
Hashem.
All right.
Kodesh Tov.